Hey guys, it's Misty with My Paper Cuts, and today I'm coming on to share my first project in No Paper Left Behind. This is my first time doing this, and I thought first I would share how much paper I've used for those of you who are just here for the update, and then I would share my first finished project. So again, this is the collection that I'm using, the Bo Bunny Family Heirlooms collection. As of right now, I have 11 full sheets left and a pile of scraps. So this actually used up quite a bit of it. It was 48 pieces. I mean, there are still quite a few large chunks here, but I do have another large project in mind, and then I'll probably just go into making some cards. So that is the pile of scraps that I have left. And then I do still have, I used the stamp set on this project, and I used every stamp except the Our Family Tree and the 2 words. I used all of, oh wait, I didn't use that banner either. I used all the rest of these stamps on this project. So I put those to good use. Sorry about that glare. I did use one of the chipboard pieces. And I haven't touched these yet. And I'm going to be honest. I love, see if I can get it out of that glare there a little bit. I love the print on these. But I don't like the font. I think the font is kind of too cutesy to go, well, at least for the project I did this time. I mean, I might still try, but it's just, I don't know. There's something about it that's just not tickling my fancy. And then I used a few of the stickers. Quite a few of the stickers, it looks like, actually. So my goal is more to just use the paper pad instead of just hoarding it. I have so much paper, it's just ridiculous. So, all right, and now I'll get into the project. So what I did was I did a cigar box, and I custom made an album inside. So I thought I would go over the outside of the box first, and just so y'all know, I distressed the snot out of all of the papers on this. I roughed up the edges with one of my Sizzix distress tools. It's an X-Acto knife on one end and then the distress tool on the other. I find this easier because it's got a nice handle, and so it's easier when you're doing a lot of distressing like this. So all the papers are distressed. The box did start out as a glossy black cigar box, and I gessoed it first and then painted it brown, and then I added papers. So on both ends here, the paper is that floral paper, and then I added feet. There is paper on the bottom that looks like a sewing pattern, and then this paper on the top is the text paper, and then this is where I used a lot of the stamping. I just stamped some of those images randomly, and then I stenciled using, I tried to keep the products for you guys. I stenciled using this texture paste, which is, it's shimmery, and it's Platinum Crackle, and it has really fine cracks, which is what I like, and it's not super thick. So I did this stencil of kind of this clock, and then once it dried, I took the ink that I used through the whole thing, which was, of course, Vintage Photo, and I just lightly brushed on it just to give it some aging, and then kind of shaded around it just to give it a little more depth so it would pop out a little more. But there's a close-up of that crackle with the ink on it. And I did let it go off the edge of the box a little bit. And then the flowers, these were some viney flowers. I think these are from Little Birdie, and I kind of glued them around the edges of the box there just to give it a little bit more dimension. I did that on the top here as well. So, and then I layered on some of the sari silk that I hauled in one of my last videos. I just looped it around. And then this flower, and this flower, and this one, and this pink one, and this burgundy one here are all ones that I made. I shared those in a video as well. So those are foam flowers with just some miscellaneous stamens inside. The cream colored ones here and here. They're just some paper roses I had in my stash. And then I had these ginormous beads, which I did save them out so you guys could see them separately. Sorry about that glare. They're just like these ginormous copper beads. I love the metallic finish on them. So I just added a couple of those for a little touch of metal. And then I tucked in some of the Dollar Tree glass beads. I have the more ivory colored ones there. I really love those because they're not so white. So they have a little bit more of a vintage feel to them. And then I went back over the flowers and a little bit on this frame, which I'll talk about in a minute, with one of my favorite things, which is this, well, it's Brie Reese, but it's just this, it's a texture paste. Here, I'll show you real quick what it looks like. It's really, really thick. If I can get the lid. It's really thick. But I just dab my finger in it and just, I like to just hit like the high points of things just to add that little bit of touch of gold. But I like the color of this. It's a softer gold. It's not such an in-your-face metallic gold. So I touched on the flowers a little bit with that. You can see it really well on this flower here, up on the edges there, if it'll focus. So, and a little bit on the leaves. And then this frame here, this is the first time I've used this stuff, so be gentle with me. I had these Prima resin frames. This was the smaller circular one, but I wanted to be able to fit both of these cameos, which I just die cut. I wanted to fit them both in there, and so I busted it up. I just broke it in my hands. And then this is what I used for the very first time, was this Rust Effect paste. So it was white. But if I can get up close there, it looks like a rusty old frame. And it was so easy to use. And I love the look of it. So I'm really glad that I did that. And then again, I just touched right over the top of just the flowers with a little bit more of that gold. So that's the cover of the box here. And then the box opens this way. And in the cover here, I just did some of the matte paper on the inside. And then this is obviously the typewriter paper. And then I measured the inside of the box, both depth and width and height wise, and came up with a cover for my album. And then based the inside pages off the best size. And one thing I love is when they have like a stack of old love letters. Oh, look at that ink. Gross. I'm still working on the other project, so sorry about that, guys. I love the look of like old love letters that are tied together with, you know, the ribbon or fabric. And I really love like this ratty look of sari silk. So I wanted to tie my album closed with that. And to make it fit perfectly, I didn't really decorate the album much. But I'll show you the rest of the box first. So this here is just some felt that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and then map paper again around the inside. So we'll move the box out of the way and bring the album back in. So like I said, the album's pretty plain. The pages inside are 5x7. That was, or approximately 5x7. That was the closest size I had for the inside of the box. And the sari silk just unties and just slips right off. And it's just 2 pieces. So that way it has a little more volume when it's tied. So the front cover here is just the pink paper. There's, that's from one of the cut apart strips. I liked how it had all the different icons on it. And then the back is just the floral paper again. And then, like I said, I think I can show it pretty well here. I really, really distressed. You can see it really, really good there. I did really distressed the paper in this book. I really wanted it to have a really antique, old, beat up feel. So this is one of the stickers and another one of the stickers. And see, here is where I used some of the stamping. And I just came up with some interactive pages. And what I did was I did 2 sets that kind of mirrored each other because I wanted an effect in the middle. But here on the cover, this is magnetized. This is the collage paper here. And this flap goes up. And this flap goes down. And I didn't put any photo mats in. I have a lot of really old photos that I scanned in from my grandmother when the last time I visited her. And I really want to put them in this book. I was originally going to give it to my mom for Mother's Day, but I've actually decided to give it to my daughter as kind of a heritage album. So this is a pocket here, and again with the stamp, and they have all these little metal button stickers, so I kind of added them randomly, and then here's the key sticker. And then this is a little booklet with the postcard cut apart. And just plain for now. And then this flap opens, and this is just a plain flap, but here's one of the stickers. And then in this pocket, I have another little booklet with one of the cut aparts. Like I said, it's just a little 3x4 booklet, and then another map for a 4x6 photo. And then I always like to coordinate these pages if I can, and then I love that camera paper. So I wanted the camera paper to be somewhere where it wouldn't be so covered up. So then in this, there's also a pocket here, so I can tuck photos in there. So this is why I mirrored the pages. I really wanted this effect, and hopefully I can get it on camera okay here. But both of these pages, you lift up these flaps and they come out. And they are identical. So it's a mirror image. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to show just this one. So it does go all the way out. And then you can also put photos on this side. And they are magnetized. So the magnets are here in these flaps. And then they are underneath here. And they're big magnets, so they hold both of these closed. So that's those two pages. And then again, you have the pocket. Whoops, you have the pocket right there, just like the other one. And then it opens again to a pocket like the first one. And you have your 3x4 booklet and your 4x6 photo mat. And there's one of the stickers. More of that collage paper, which again is across both pages. And then this flap flips over, and you have the sideways pocket again with the stickers, and then another booklet. And I liked having the music paper there with the old record player there, so it's probably not called that, but so, and then on the back cover I have a stacked pocket here. So there's a couple of those little tags here that I created with my my tag punch board from We Are Memory Keepers. And then this is really cool. This is a cut apart actually, and it's a little family tree. So I thought that would be great for the back pocket, and then I just matted the back. But I just thought that was really fun. And it fit perfectly into my pocket, so of course it had to go in there. Of course I get that ribbon stuck. Here, I'll just leave that. And then there's the back. So there you have it. That's my first project with my No Paper Left Behind journey here. And I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I'll be back with another update soon. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye-bye.